Hey everyone, it's Tony and welcome on this phone interview because today I have a pleasure to have an vocal interview with Joe and Will from Black Pigs. So guys, how are you doing today?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for your time, first of all, because your your album, your new upcoming album, All That Divides, it's awaited. It's a long-awaited album for this end of the year.
Yes.
To tell you. So first of all, for the people, because many people on WOM TV and the people who support WOM TV and follow WOM TV don't really know your band Black Pigs, to be honest. And so can you present your band? Can you present your band? Or can you introduce yourself, Joe and Will?
So we are a post-progressive rock band.
Yeah.
Like alternative rock band from Brighton in England.
Yeah.
We sound a little bit like Mastodon and Tool and A Perfect Circle and Mars Volta and some other bands mashed up. Is there anything else I'm forgetting, Joe?
We've been about for about 4 years now. We're just gearing up to put out our second record, and we're stoked to be talking to you.
Yeah, All That Divides, like a precise introduction of this interview.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because you formed the band 6 years ago in 2012,
Yeah.
and initially you formed the band under the name Shrine, if I'm correct.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why did you change first? Why did you change why did you choose Black Pigs?
So when we first got a manager, he kind of flagged it up with us and just said, there's some other bands called Shrine, and we were like, it's not a problem. We'll be absolutely fine. And we ended up going on this first kind of DIY tour to Spain to play a load of shows, and they did some press out there in the newspaper on one of the shows, and the main picture, which was meant to be us, they had just done like a Google search for the band Shrine, and it had pulled up an image of a band called The Shrine, who are like an American kind of stoner skate band. It looked really different to us. So at that point we were like, well, rather than letting this go any further, like, it was funny at the time, but we should really think about changing our names and finding something that is individual to us. So that was really all that was behind it.
Yeah, because like I said, because you're under this name, the name Shrine, so you changed to name your band Black Pigs, and you released. So you sent your answer DIY the EP Closer to the Sun 2 years later, and after this EP you made many festivals in UK, in Europe, and after this, so. After 2 years after this EP, the releasing this EP, you release your first, your debut album, Statues. But you're in example. But the difference, because you release Closer to the Sun as a DIY process, and now you sign and Statues you sign with Sony for this debut album. So when you made this album, because you signed to a major label, so how was the difference during the process? How was the difference between the DIY process and the major process?
Actually, like, it's not that well known, but we did actually the first EP when we were Shrine. We actually did get help from an independent record label.
Yeah.
That were called Mountains of Records. That were based in Nottingham, I think. And they were like, they just helped us out a bit in terms of they sent out like the EP to hundreds of people online from loads of little like math rock blogs and stuff like that. Like the so we didn't do it just on our own. We did have like a little bit of help. So coming from that little bit of help and then going to our first major label was like, it was a big step, definitely. And we were like very excited and like, wow, but it wasn't the first time we'd worked with a label, I guess.
Yeah, because because your album was well received.
Yes.
After releasing this album in 2016, sorry, so 2 years ago, 2 years ago. So you have the support with Zane Lowe and Daniel Carter.
Yeah.
So that was a BBC radio, if I remember well.
Yeah, that's right.
And after this, and now you talk about the past. So the past, so about the opposite story, the records. And now you talk about the new record because you are here to. We are here to talk about this new record. So all that device. So I remember for the people which watching this interview and listening to this interview. So it's what will be released October 5th. So more than 2 weeks. More than 2 weeks. So
yeah, about 2 weeks.
More than 2 weeks, and so where was the start point of the creation of this album? Because between the second album, the debut album, the second album, you tour with, like you say, an example in the introduction of this interview. So you play and you share many gigs, many shows with an example, like quote before Deftones, Prophets of Rage, Mastodon, or an example. So and where was the start? When was the start point? Sorry, when was the start point of this composition of this new album?
So actually, when we recorded Statues, the first album, we ended up sitting on the recording. We had the recording with us for over a year before we put it out, due to a few different things. But in that time, we played a lot of shows, but we also we had a lot of time to kind of think about what we wanted to do after the record. Just kind of, I guess, our style of working, and we actually started to put together the pieces for All That Divides before Statues had come out. So like the creation of like the first songs, well over 2 years old for us already. But you know, they might have been played back then in a really different format, because we wrote like 30 or 40 tracks for All That Divides that we, over this 2 year period, really started to kind of whittle them down and form them into like 9 songs that we were, as a band, all like 110% happy with. And that was, so it's kind of, it's been a consistent process over the last 2 years that we've done in between touring and other commitments.
Yeah, because if you talk about the singles of this album, so you release Home. You released Home 3 months ago, if I remember well.
Yeah,
3 months ago, and Can't Sleep 6 months ago. So, and you release, you put as a single, and you put as a video clips on YouTube, on the social networks. So why did you choose these 2 singles, these two tracks for as singles?
I think Can't Sleep was the perfect bridging single, as we've been describing it, because it sounds a bit like some of the stuff from Statues, but also it has a lot of the vibe of All That Divides. So it was the perfect song to present people, like to introduce them and say. It's also very punchy and very like bang, 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 bang. You know, I don't think it kind of beats around the bush too much. And yeah, it was the perfect like starting single to go with. And then Home, after that, I think we felt was like a real standalone track. in that it's very unique. We've never done anything like it before at all, but it's just a massive banger. And it really sums up and makes a big statement for us, I think, on hopefully like a national scene and national level. Like, I think it makes us stand very tall, and like we just love it as a song. And I think it was a bit of a gamble, maybe, because like it's not such a pop song, even though it has a huge chorus, but like we wanted to do something for the fans as well. Like, there's like, here's a song that like we think you're gonna love.
And sorry to cut you on your answer, because I agree with you, because most of tracks of this new album, of this second album, it's really massive. It's really massive sound, because it's a massive sound, but it's like a perfect mix, because the melodical aspect of the song is really impressive. It's really impressive, because like you quote Tool or A Perfect Cycle in your influences. So we can feel, and we can listen, we can recognize this kind of influences, because it's like a mix. You have a melodical part, massive chorus, massive lyrics, and it's really impressive, because it's just your second album. So if we count the EP, so it's your third opus, your third record. So it's really impressive. It's really mature. It's a mature record, mature album.
Thank you very, very much.
So
thank you. That's very kind.
No, yes, thank you so much, because this album is really impressive for me, because when I listen to prepare this interview, honestly, I listen and I check the video clips on YouTube, and after I receive the album to prepare this interview, and I really like we can say in French, I really found in love about the song Eternal Light.
Yes.
Eternal Light. I really like.
That's one of our favorites as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and that was really, and Can't Sleep and Home. Like I said before, it's the two video clips. You can people, if you're listening and watching, you can find it on YouTube. You can find the links and the description of this video. And really, I can just say to people which discover your band to put an ear on this record, because it's really, for me, your band is the future of post-rock music. Really.
That's
very, very honestly.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I want to know, because I checked the dates. I checked the gigs. You have a gig in Paris during October, at the end of October, if I remember well.
Yeah, we're playing on the 23rd of October at Gibus. Yeah.
Gibus, yes. Gibus. So I will put the link to buy tickets on the description for people.
It'd be great to see as many of you there as possible.
Have you planned some other shows, or it's the only show in France for this end of the year?
That's the only show we've got, as far as we know, for the rest of the year. Like, we hope to come back a whole load next year, as much as you'll have us, really.
Maybe summer festival, maybe.
For sure. We'll definitely come back and do some festivals next summer.
Yeah. If you're listening,
yeah,
if you're listening or watching, like, maybe get on those forums for like Hellfest and stuff. And, like, why not?
You put a question, because you put a question on myself, because I want to tell you if you were interested to play at the Hellfest next year, but but you answered the question in advance.
So, yeah, we would like to. Like, it's basically meant to be one of the best rock festivals in Europe. Like, it's legendary.
Yeah, it's
absolutely legendary. Like, we played Download Paris.
Yeah, in Paris. Yeah,
and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
We played at like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, like on the stage next to the campsite. So maybe some people listening to your show actually saw us there, but they're too drunk to remember. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, why not? Why not? What? All is possible.
Yeah.
All is possible. Have you some? I end my interviews, phhoner interviews or physical interviews by 2 quick questions. So, like I said in the beginning of this interview, you formed the band 2012, and you put your second album in 3 weeks. And have you some advices? Because the musical business is a hard business, because you must work, you must be creative, and you must be organized to manage your debts, especially in DIY process. So, have you some advices for the young bands, the young guys, the young musicians who want to make a name and to put an effort in this art business?
I think just fundamentally, it's always important to work hard and to keep pursuing what you believe in and whatever style of music you want to play in, because I think any band trying to play an alternative or heavy style of music is probably going to get beat down a few steps in their journey, because it's often hard to get any sort of commercial success with that. So I think if you believe in it, just keep going.
Okay.
And that's definitely one bit of advice I'd always say.
I would say one more thing, only that a really amazing band called Carnival once told us something that I think is really important, that if you know that you're a good, your intention are clear, then if you ever meet anybody really, but particularly other bands that you respect or whatever, if you know that you're being good and you go over and respectfully meet people and they are not nice to you, or they don't give that respect back, then they're not worth your time. I think that's really important. Respect should be mutual. If you know that you're being respectful in the first place. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's totally natural.
Yeah.
Be kind with people, and people will be kind with us. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you. And last question. Last question. So, have you some words for the people who follow you since the beginning, or since this interview, or discovered you by this interview, or people maybe which will be part of the Parisian gig at the end of October of Gibus?
Hey, come to Paris.
Yeah.
On the 23rd of October. Come down. We'll try our best to hang out afterwards and come and meet people and speak to them and stuff. We'll see you there. Can't wait.
Okay. See you there. Thank you so much for your time, and have a nice end of the day, a nice evening in Paris, and see you in October for your Parisian gig in the Gibus.
Come and say hello when you're there. Come and introduce yourself.
No problem.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
No problem.
All right, take care, man.
Take care you too, and have a nice day.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey gars, c'était Tony pour l'interview avec Black Speaks. Vous avez eu très bonne ambiance. Je vous invite à les retrouver du coup pour le 5 octobre prochain, pour la sortie de l'album All That Divides chez Rise Records, qui sortira via Rise Records. Et sinon, retrouvez-les en vrai, en physique, en IRL, chez le Gibus, au Gibus Live, le 29 octobre prochain, si je ne me trompe pas. Sinon, je vous mettrai la date vraiment. De toute façon, il y a l'affiche qui va popper là sur mon côté. du coup, fin octobre, au Gibus Live. Ne manquez pas, car ça risque d'être un gros concert et un gros moment de musique en cette fin d'année 2018. C'était Tony, des bisous, et je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Yeah.